What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Phil and Liberated Judgmental Podcast,
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Phil on here.
and I'm Leroy. So, what's going on, Phil?
It ain't nothing, chilling.
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It's still here, ain't it?
No, actually, this is almost the end of your weekend because you have to get ready for work the next day.
Well, then you got to say how's your weekend going. That way, it's still continuing.
Okay, well then, how is your weekend going? Because it's not like you can go out on a nice little family trip. You can
Is
do
it?
it on Saturday though.
You can do it
Friday
on
also.
Sunday.
How you watch football?
That's all right. I got it on my phone.
So, how's your weekend going, Phil?
That's more like it. It's all right.
Good, good. Well, we got the Philadelphia going against the LA Rams and Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium. I think that's the name of the stadium. The Eagles are 4-point favorites, and the over and under is 50.5. So, what's your thoughts on the game?
I think it should be a good game. I wrote down some keys to victory.
Go ahead.
You want me to run it down?
Yes.
I got Eagles need to get Goddard involved, or he's going to be disgruntled, and then we're going to not know how to use him if we don't continue to use him. And we haven't used him all year. So he's a weapon that's just sitting there getting cold. And I think he need a new contract. So you need to go ahead and throw him the damn ball. Our defense is trash and they need to step up. I think the defensive coordinator need to send blitz packages. He rarely does that. When he do it, it works, but he rarely does it. It's almost like every time we get rid of the defensive coordinator, they come in here with the same mindset. The mindset where we're gonna bend but don't break. So we'll give up the short underneath all game, let them march down the field on us instead of just playing like straight up man coverage. Don't give them the underneath and then blitz. And then my last thing is don't forget the run game. It seems like we always forget the run game. Give your starting back at least 18 carries or more, and then between the quarterback and the backups, at least 12 carries, and you should be fine.
hmm Well, going with your bend but don't break, it seems like all teams in the league do that, especially when it's like 2 minute drill and a team got to march down the field to score. They'll get in field goal position so fast. It's just that what they do in the NFL. They don't want to get burnt. When you watch, you ever watch the NFL Throwback YouTube channel?
No.
Okay. Did you see the Randall Cunningham clips that the Randall Cunningham video
Yeah.
that they made? All right, now
The
you
one you
see,
sent me?
yes.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, now did you see all his passes with his first of all, that just make me so sad looking at that because the Eagles should have won two championships back then. Your boy Buddy Ryan never focused on the offense. He only cared about the defense. The defense was great, but the offense was shit.
Well, it's more because not because they didn't focus on it. It's more because they didn't know how to run it. So Buddy was like a defensive coordinator mindset. So of course the defense he's going to be an expert with that part. But he should have got him a offensive coordinator knew what the hell he was doing because we always grew up saying like Randall really didn't have weapons, but Randall had some weapons. Looking at that clip, and then you think back like our tight end was one of the best tight ends, and then we had I think Keith Byers was a fullback, but he was catching and running. He was putting in work. And then he was throwing bombs to Mike Quick, Fred Barnett, you know what I mean? Calvin Williams. Those guys could catch. So I think it was more of not focusing on the offense and getting better play callers for the offense.
hmm And also the Chris Carter thing hurt them
Oh,
too,
yeah, I forgot
because you
about
you
damn
had a
Chris
Hall of
Carter.
Fame wide receiver, and he was on drugs or whatever. So that kind of hurt the Eagles also.
Yeah. So I
Uh,
think I think he had weapons, but I think they was shitty play calling. So he pretty much had to improvise on his own. You know what I mean?
oh,
So a lot of that shit he was doing was just pure random.
right. Now, did you see? Now you just mentioned the long passes that he was throwing to his receivers, and these. Okay, let's just say, okay, in the grand scheme of football, they're like B receivers. Would you say?
Who? All the Eagles receivers?
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
they weren't
Randall?
top tier. Yeah, they weren't top tier. It wasn't like he was throwing to Jerry Rice or anything like that.
Yeah,
So
no, they
they were
weren't.
like lower
Yeah, I
tier
would say I
receivers.
would say lower. They wasn't bad, but they wasn't great. So
Right.
yeah, I would put them like B C class.
Okay. So you see all the long pass plays, right? All right, watching the day NFL, when you see all these long bombs like
You
that,
still see it,
not as often.
man. Look, every time I watch, every week when I watch the joint, I'm like, damn, why we can't run plays like that? They throwing bombs left and right down the field.
Who?
We
Who throwing bombs left and right? Like what quarterback is throwing bombs left and right?
a whole bunch of them.
Like who?
Tua, Josh Allen. Like
Uh-huh.
you can watch if you watch the red zone, they do it all every, and
I
I'm
watch the
like,
red
damn.
zone every play. I watch the red zone every
All right,
weekend. I
how
don't
you
see a
think?
whole bunch of long, not like how they was doing it back in the
Oh,
day.
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Because they give you all the stuff up front, but they never give you anything in the back. They don't
No,
want to get
that's you
bust.
talking about the Eagles and some other NFC teams, but them AFC teams be throwing them that ball down the field all the time. How you think Tua had 70 points on the board? And then
Uh, were
the,
they long passes or was these
yes,
short
he was
passes that the
no,
quarterback was
he had about
running?
400 yards passing. No, he was
Okay,
no, he was throwing bombs down the field, and
okay,
so was
so
Josh Allen.
so
What's
all of them was bombs, or was these short passes that they was throwing
no?
into the
They
wide
was throwing.
receiver and the wide
He was
receiver
throwing
ran?
bombs.
Because the Bears game, they were short passes and the wide receiver was running
Well, we talking about
on Monday Night
talking about
Football.
you talking about a lower tier quarterback, and I'm talking about good quarterbacks.
Okay,
So
but still, but
so
that,
of course that guy is going to throw short passes, but Tua and Josh Allen is throwing bombs down the field. All you got to do is look at their top receivers' yards per carry and know that they're catching bombs.
no, not really, because they can catch it short and still run it. So you can't
Okay,
use that.
okay. Well, then that would be yak yards. So then you got to see where they fall in yak yards, and if that's real high, then you know like he's catching it and then running for it like that. But every Sunday when I'm watching the red zone, I see these teams throwing bombs left and right down the field.
I don't see a whole bunch of bombs left and right.
Oh yes, you do.
I see short passes in the right, like you said about Tua. Now I see that his running back, I mean his running back, his wide receivers catching 15, 10, 15 yard passes and they're running.
Shit, you see our quarterback throw like one a game, and he's not even one of the top passers this year. So if our quarterback is not even the top passer throwing one a game, what you think the top passers are doing? They're throwing the ball down the field.
Nah, the people in the job, they agree with me. They say, yeah, you're right. And I say,
Because
yeah, when I watch it, I see it all the time.
no, because they're watching the NFC and the Eagles.
No,
Look at
I say
them
football. I
AFC
don't say anything
quarterbacks.
about the Eagles.
Them
I say
AFC
football.
quarterbacks is throwing that ball down the field.
I say back in the day, they threw the
Nope,
football longer,
nope.
farther down the field more than they do now. I look at those plays. Look at Randall. The Eagles was known as a shit offense. Look at those plays that you watched on that Randall Cunningham highlight tape. He
Right.
was throwing bombs down the field with that
hmm
golden with that
and
golden
it's teams
arm.
that's throwing bombs down the field today.
Not like they used to back then. But like I say, the Eagles had a shit offense, and you saw those highlight films.
All right. So this what I'm gonna do. This what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna write down every long ass bomb down the field, and you're
No,
gonna see a
okay.
whole bunch of them. Give me your over and under.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah, because you know you're gonna lose.
No, I'm not gonna lose.
Well, why wouldn't you do it? I ain't say
I
put no
say
money
they
on the
all
line.
play. I say all the all. I say it all. I said it at the job too, and they agree with me. I said they all play conservative
Okay,
football.
okay. So what they
And
agree
then when
with
it's a
you on?
2 minute drill, they're like, "Oh shit, we got to score." They'll get them all underneath and wait till they get right in field goal range. Then they want to start playing defense. Back in the day, they ain't do no shit like that.
You
They played
can't
defense.
you can't go with people on a job agreeing with you. Because I can say the same thing about people in my job agreeing with me because they don't know football.
But
I
no,
was
these are men
right.
that's
So
in the.
what I'm saying is I don't know the people you're talking about. You don't know the people I'm talking about. So if I say the same thing, it don't matter what you're telling me what the job is. We just got to go with what we know.
Well, how about if
Because
I
when your
said when
job
it?
don't agree with you, then you'll say, "Oh, they don't know what the fuck they talking about." That's what they said at work. You know what I mean?
Well, how about how I say that the NFL can plays conservative defense? Now, can you agree with me when the team got a score? If it's like they down by three, and it's the fourth quarter with like a minute, let's just say 2 minutes left, make it 2.5 minutes left. How easily they march down the field because all the teams give them all the underneath stuff, and then they'll start playing defense when they get in field goal range. To me, that's too late.
Yeah, I agree
Oh,
with that statement.
okay. So back in the day, did you see that? Did you see them playing defense like that back in the day?
I feel like back in the day, they didn't give you up the underneath as much as they do today. I can agree with that. And that's
Okay.
why that was one of my talking points when I talk about the Eagles' keys to victory. He's not giving up the underneath, but that's what they do today. But that don't change the fact that quarterbacks are still throwing bombs down the field throughout the game. Maybe not in the last quarter or like in the second half. Maybe they start get the conservative and stuff like that in a close game. But the top tier teams is throwing that ball down the field.
Mm-mm. I don't see it as much as I did back then.
And I
When
think
damn Joe Montana used to throw the football down the field all game. I don't see shit like that now.
I do.
Please point me to quarterback. Please tell me what
I did.
quarterback to watch.
You wanted to
Okay,
argue.
Allen. All right. Well, see, look, the Eagles game come on at 4 o'clock. So I always watch the red zone anyway, and so I want to see all this throwing the football down the field. Now the wide receivers will take a short pass and then they'll run it. Now I
Well,
give
you always had those Jack Yard receivers. I'm talking about throwing bombs. The same way Jalen Hurts threw that bomb to how you say that dude name Icaritis or whatever his name is
yeah.
the week before last week, and then
Mm-hmm.
last week he threw a bomb to what's the name straight down the field.
AJ.
Yeah, AJ. So we throwing at least once or twice down the field bomb. So if we doing that with a quarterback that's not throwing it good, what you think the quarterbacks at the top tier is doing? They doing it even better.
So once or twice is that so once or twice? That's what they used to do back in the day. Just throw the football once or
Say here
twice.
you go. You're comparing a quarterback that don't throw. Our quarterback is not throwing that good right now, so he's doing once or twice. You can't compare that to the great quarterbacks back in the day.
Okay. So what's your prediction of the game score was?
I think it's going to be a high score, maybe like I want to say 32-28.
You're not gonna pick the Eagles or
I think the Eagles going to lose this game, but I want the Eagles to win.
well this is the first time we was off on scoring. I think it's total opposite. I think it's going to be well it's going to be it's not let's just say medium. It's not going to be high. It's going to be a medium scoring game. I think it's going to be 21-17. I'm picking the Eagles, but I also think they're gonna lose this game too by the shitty defensive play. And Rams have a quote unquote good quarterback because Matthew Stafford ain't done shit until he came to L.A.
No,
Now,
no, no, no. He put up big numbers. He just couldn't win. So once
well then, like I say, he hasn't been doing shit. If he ain't win, he ain't doing shit.
he
When he
doing
came to
something, he
L.A.,
just couldn't win it. No, 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 no,
yeah,
no.
he threw the ball to Megatron. That's it. What else he do?
Megatron done retired like 10 years ago.
But
So,
that was his number one receiver.
right, but when Megatron left, he still threw the ball down the field and he still put up big numbers.
And he always lost every year until he got to LA.
Okay, okay. Well, you can say the same thing to Marino. Marino ain't did shit, but he put up big numbers without
No,
winning the
see
Super Bowl.
Marino, see that's different
Oh,
because
here you go. It's the
no no
same shit.
no
It's the same
no
shit.
because stat wise to be well back in the day, see now it's kind of different. Hell, anybody can get in the Hall of Fame now. That none of this shit even matter. It's the same shit that Deion Sanders was talking about before about the Hall of Fame. uh, you had to be a freak. You had to do some freak stuff. Like I told you, you judge a quarterback on Super Bowl rings. Every time they mention quarterbacks, they always talk about, well, this person had 2 rings or whatever like that. They always talk about the Super Bowl rings. They used to say Matthew Stafford was like a borderline Hall of Fame pick when he was in Detroit. Now, you said mention Dan Marino. Nobody done that before like Dan Marino. So he put up freak numbers. He ain't never done shit because my Buffalo Bills was there.
No, so I don't like how you say somebody ain't do shit. How about you say they didn't win shit?
Okay, they didn't win shit.
That's
They
more
didn't
like
win
okay,
shit. They didn't win shit because my Buffalo Bills was there. He didn't win
okay.
anything during his prime,
And your
but he
boy,
he put up
your
freak
Buffalo
numbers.
Bills quarterback, isn't he Hall of Fame? And he ain't win
Yeah,
shit.
but he went to the Super Bowl 4 straight
He ain't
times and
win
got
shit.
4 AFC championships. So
He,
yeah, no,
and
so
so
that
do
doesn't add up.
and so do
And
McNabb.
and also, no, McNabb don't fit. Also, also you got to also mention when you talk about Jim Kelly, you also got to mention his USFL numbers also. So it's Pro Football Hall of Fame, not NFL Hall of Fame. So you got to put those two together. The same thing with Warren Moon. Warren Moon was a freak quarterback. Now he was like an old man. Wasn't he like in like his late 20s, early 30s when he made it to the NFL?
Yeah.
Okay, and he put up those Canadian numbers and his NFL numbers. You have to put the two together. So you can't compare those two to Matthew. They haven't won a Super Bowl, but you can't compare those two to Matthew Stafford. Now they were saying that Matthew Stafford was a borderline pick. Now when he got that ring, now he's with his numbers. Now you can put him in the Hall of Fame. What messes up
Well,
McNabb is he doesn't have a Hall of Fame Hall of Fame ring. Now, that being said, I think he will get it compared today, how people are getting in, like Deion Sanders say. I think he'll get in, but I think he may get in on the legend side, not on the, that
Hmm.
current side. So I think he'll get in. I have a feeling what messes Randall up is he doesn't have 30,000 yards passing. That messes him up tremendously. But
Hmm.
maybe he may get in as on a legend side, not on a current
I
player
don't.
side.
Yeah, I don't think Randall's going to get in.
But now go ahead and finish what you had to say.
No, I was going to say the thing that messed the Hall of Fame up is because early when they started making the Hall of Fame, a lot of players was getting in with shitty stats
Hmm.
as far as quarterbacks. I mean, other positions too. So then when the years pass and the newer generation numbers triple and double what those guys in the Hall of Fame with is only justified. You got to put them in that class. It's like it wouldn't be right because even though that was like early football and at that time maybe it was good, but at the time now what they're doing now, those numbers are good. That's leading the league. So it's like we need a like you said 30,000. We need that across
Hmm.
the board. If a quarterback get 30,000, if a running back get 10,000, if a wide receiver get 10,000, whatever the case may be, but we need that across the board. That and then like your Pro Bowls, if you got a championship, all that should come into play. You know what I mean? If you led the
Right.
league in rushing or receiving, but it should be like a standard. And if you meet that standard, I
Hmm.
just watched what's the name interview, and that was a real good interview on Club Shay Shay. Beast
Marshawn.
Mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said the same thing. I'm pretty much saying if you meet the criteria, then you should be in the Hall of Fame. He got a championship. He got over 10,000 yards, and he got like 85 touchdowns. He should be in the Hall of Fame to me.
Yeah, it's a lot of those, Philip. You got Ricky Williams
He
got
belong in.
10,000. You got Garrison Hurst got 10,000. You got what's the one that lead the NFL in? Did he lead NFL in rushing all time rushing yardage? Gore.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I think it's
Gore.
still Emmett. He might have passed it, but I think it was still Emmett. But Gore, I think all those guys you mentioned, I don't know about Garrison Hurst. I don't think he should, but everybody else you mentioned, I think they should go in the Hall of Fame.
Herschel Walker. I think Herschel
Yes,
Walker should be a Hall of Fame.
he should.
Yeah, it's a lot of those, and it used to be a standard. The same thing with baseball. When a dude hit 500 home runs, it was automatic he was a Hall of
And it
Famer.
should be that way.
But now they like, oh, we not sure if he's a Hall of Famer or not. So which one is it?
They pick and choose who they like.
Right.
And because we talk about Barry Bonds all the time, because they didn't like the media didn't like Barry Bonds. That's why they
Hmm.
kept him out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you can't say that steroid shit
Right.
because Ortiz he tested positive for steroids and was suspended, and he still got in the Hall of
Hmm.
Fame.
And Barry never tested positive. So what the hell? And plus, if you even before the steroid era, his numbers were so great that his first half of his career he would got in the Hall of Fame. So that's
Yep,
bullshit. They don't like him, so they're keeping him out.
yep. Did you see that what was that, a Netflix documentary on the Balco guy? Did you see was that Netflix? I think it was
I don't think I
Netflix.
saw that. No.
Yeah, you can put that on your list too. I don't even remember the name. It's that
Hmm.
Untold series they do with him on there, and they had gotten to the Barry Bonds thing, and the dude always say that Barry he never now he tell this guy's telling on everybody
I know.
else,
Yup.
but he always say no, he never got steroids from me because he got supplements and all that stuff.
But because uh what you call it, the dominant society. They love them some Lou Gehrig and what's the other dude, Babe Ruth. They don't want nobody to mess with those records. This is their one and only sport. I mean, they still running hockey, but as far as like the top sports, this is their sport that they still want to try to hold grips on, but they losing that grip.
Hmm. All right, well, that's your racism part of the day. You did you speaking of that? You ain't see the Johnny Manziel one yet, did
No,
you?
I didn't watch that one yet.
Yeah, that was good. Well, anything else you want to add on the game? Because we
Not
went way
really.
off. We went way off tangent. By the
That's all
way.
right. He ain't got shit going on anyway.
Yeah, I'll try to get someone from Rams fan to come on with us. They could be either from St. Louis, LA, either or. We'll be back.
All right. Peace.
Eagles!
All right, we back. The Eagles is up at halftime, 17-14. Here's some quick stats. On the Eagle side, we have Jalen Hurts, 16 for 23, 152 yards, one touchdown. That one touchdown, one passing touchdown. Well, I'll get to that. On the rushing side, we have Jalen Hurts, five carries, 50 yards, one touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 5 carries, 7 yards. Receiving, we have AJ Brown, 4 receptions for 67 yards. Dallas Goddard, 5 receptions, 52 yards, and a touchdown. On the Rams side, we got Matthew Stafford, 12 for 17, 147 yards, 2 touchdowns. Russian Williams, 7 carries for 21 yards. Receiving, Cooper Kupp, 6 receptions, 95 yards. Puka, how do you pronounce his last name? Nakawa, Puka Nakawa, 6 receptions, 34 yards, and a touchdown. The defense, they like half and half. They play so don't. I mean, first of all, with this new offensive coordinator, I'm thinking he's going to be like a one hitter quitter, especially if they lose early in the playoffs or something like that.
You mean defensive coordinator?
Yeah, defensive coordinator. He's going to be a one hitter quitter because how did the defense improve? It didn't improve at
Actually, it's
all.
worse.
Exactly. That's what I mean. That's what I said. If they lose like early in the playoffs, he gonna have to look for another job.
You bring it back the same, almost the same player personnel, and you're playing a lot worse. That's got to be
E-
the defensive coordinator.
Exactly. Or maybe like the your head coaches in this ear. I don't know.
But the same thing I said when I was talking about our keys to victories, they got to stop with the giving the underneath, and then they still giving the underneath, and they getting beat by the same play over and over.
That slot on the
Yeah,
inside, and they keep that's like old school Madden football.
yeah.
Like,
I had a play on Madden that was like that, man. I used to take that to the bank every time I ran it.
yep, that's
Because
like
you hit the slant and then you bounce back out to the outside and you can take it anywhere 100 yards if you want.
mm-hmm. Yep, it's that same. It's that same bad play, just a
Mm-hmm.
slant like right in the middle because they keep giving the middle up front stuff. So why not use it? And that's all Matthew Stafford was just doing, just sitting back and just
Yep.
throwing the football right there.
And just because that team can't run, don't mean we got to stop doing our runs. Now our running back is second in the NFL, and he only got 5 carries in the whole first half. That's
Hmm.
horrible.
Right. I'm thinking with him when it comes to him, I'm thinking they doing a pitch count type of thing because this is his next year he'll be a free agent and they ain't trying to okay, if he do so well and he's a free agent, the people gonna want the Eagles to sign him, and of course he gonna want some money. So if we could just keep his pitch count low, then
It's fucked up, but that's the same shit that we were saying about Sanders.
yeah,
And then the same thing happened to him too. He wound up with the low carries that he got. He finished strong, and we still didn't pay him. So if Swift finished strong, and I know they don't want him to be second because most of the time, if you got a running back that's running good and he's second, you want to give him, you want to feed the beast. Let
right.
him fucking get his accolades, fucking Pro Bowls, whatever he going to do. You know what I mean? Let that run you to the bank instead of forcing your quarterback to throw all the time. Of course,
Yep.
you're gonna have to pay him, and that's the whole problem right there. They don't want to pay the running backs no more.
And where is Boston Scott?
I don't know. First they said he was hurt. Then they just said he wasn't suiting up. Now I didn't hear anything about it this game. Well, shit, where's the dude we got from Seattle?
Well, he's supposed to be. He's out with illness. I don't know what the
Yeah, ain't
illness
no
is.
illness. Ain't no illness.
Well, what's the problem, man?
They don't want to use him. Maybe he out of shape or something because the second game of the season he didn't play in the first game, and then the second game they said he was a healthy scratch. So what the hell is that?
Yes.
You just picked up a free agent running back that's good when he's healthy, and you don't even use him a healthy scratch.
Especially if it's short yardage.
Right, I was about to say, especially if you need a 1 yard or 2 yard at the for a first down or a touchdown, you put him in because he's strong. So if you're
Hmm.
not using him, it's got to be something there. Either he out of shape or they didn't like the way he looked in practice. I don't know.
Right. And me and my thoughts about Boston Scott, I'm thinking he's going to be the running back next season. So we going to try to like hold him back as much as we can, so he won't get hurt, anything like that.
That's a shame when you got to think like that, though.
Yeah, hey, that's what they do. Because if this Swift stay healthy and he running up and down the field like that, he gonna want some money, and people gonna complain like, "Damn, you just gave away a running back last year because he was a free agent. Now you gonna give this one away too?"
Well, he's the hometown hero. You would think they would try to keep him.
Yep. I'm thinking that's what Boston Scott used to get little carries here and there. Now it's like he just totally just disappeared,
Yep.
and they just throwing the football down the field like you said.
Ain't
Come
no way
on,
you
man.
got a running a top running back, second in the league, and he only got 5 touches in the whole first half.
Yep.
That's
He should
ridiculous.
he should at least have 10.
Yep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I see that they doing that, they pulling that shit with Derrick Henry also. Derrick Henry, how
Yeah.
many,
Yeah.
what did he have, like 13 carries today?
12 or some shit.
Yeah, come on now. And they lost by a touchdown, right? Or
It was close.
okay, yeah. Now come on now. You got one of the best running backs in the league, and that's all he carries he getting. See, it's the way they well, you already know they don't want him there anyway because they was trying to trade him. So now this give them an excuse. Well, he's just not the same anymore. Yeah, you only gave him the football 13 times.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's on the wrong side of age. Hey, the age, the injuries is creeping up.
Well, they said the same thing about what's the name too last year, and it wasn't his fault.
Who?
Uh, Elliott for the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, he's done now because he hardly ever get any carries
That's
in
what I
New
was just
England.
telling Michael. He was like, "Well, he a backup." I said, "Even backups get more than." I said, "After 4 games, he got like 14 carries." That tell you right there. He ain't really. Most backups got more than. I said our third string got more than him.
Right. The Titans lost 23-16 to the Colts, and Derrick Henry had 13 carries for 43 yards. Come on now. That's ridiculous.
Yep.
Well, on a positive note, Hopkins, AJ Brown, and Cooper Kupp is having a good day today. So on the fantasy football side, I'm doing all right.
They
No
all your guys.
no touchdowns for Hopkins though. Yeah, Cooper Kupp, I put him in,
I wonder why
and
they give Hopkins up. Hopkins be balling when he's healthy. He's balling. Why would you trade him?
I don't know. Could it be like the Kyler Murray thing?
Well, Kyler Murray is the problem.
Yeah.
Put that damn Madden down and fucking pick up a playbook.
Now, is he supposed to be out for the whole season?
I don't know, but they look. I heard they was trying to tank on purpose to get the first pick and draft their quarterback. So this is probably his last year as a starter.
Yeah. Well, that's probably why they got rid of Hopkins then. If they tanking. Hmm. Well,
Yeah.
what's your keys to victory on this second half?
Well, I said it was going to be a high score. So if they keep the same pace, it's going to be what I predicted.
Hmm.
32-28. But we got it. We got to run the ball, and just because you involve in a tight end doesn't mean you got to take away from the other receiver. Damn, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Number 6. He's not getting hardly any targets, anything. I think he got maybe 2 targets all first half.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I spread the ball more. We got to get the quarterback. I don't know why our defense just can't get the quarterback. And if Stafford got all day in the pocket, he'll pick you apart. You got to put
Yep.
him on his ass. So send a blitz or something.
Yep. Make him run. Like make him uncomfortable.
I know, right?
Shit. Don't make him comfortable in the pocket like that. He gonna march down the field.
Yep.
I don't understand what happened. Like you said, the same personnel last year, and you can't get to the quarterback.
Yeah, it's the defensive coordinator. I'm about to lose my fantasy game too in the big league. I'm playing Mike. I got 26. He got 25. He still got Love left, and he got his kicker, and all I got is a kicker left.
Mhm. Well, it looked like the game was about to start. Do you want to add anything else?
Nah, I'm ready to finish watching.
All right then.
All right.
I asked a couple of people, nothing yet.
All right. We already know how that is.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
This is Elroy Hirsch of the Los Angeles Rams, presenting the Rams song.
All right, it's the end of the game. The Eagles won 23-14. Here's some stats. Jalen Hurts, 25 for 38, 303 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Rushing, we have Jalen Hurts, 15 carries for 72 yards, 1 touchdown. DeAndre Swift, 17 carries for 70 yards. Receiving, A.J. Brown, 6 receptions, 127 yards. Dallas Goedert, 8 receptions, 117 yards, 1 touchdown. On the Rams side, we got Matthew Stafford, 21 for 37, 222 yards, 2 touchdowns. Williams, 13 carries for 53 yards. Receiving, Cooper Kupp, 8 receptions, 118 yards. Uh, uh, um, how do you pronounce his name? Puka Nakawa.
Mm-hmm.
Puka Nakawa, 7 receptions, 71 yards, 1 touchdown. And Tutu Atwell, he only had 2 receptions, but he had a touchdown. Um, the defense finally showed up in the damn second half.
You ain't lying. And they said what's the name had a cast on the start of the season. I didn't see no cast on his hand.
Yeah, they keep mentioning that. I didn't see it either.
And they never talked about that either.
Right. Well, he has 2 sacks now, so good. He's starting off. He
Well,
already
he got one last week and he got 2 this week, so maybe he heating up.
Right. Yeah, they finally decided to play defense, especially when the Rams needed to score when they had got the ball back, and they actually played defense there. So good for them. I guess they somebody was telling them something in the locker room. Maybe they just play around and want to bite down and play defense on it in the fourth quarter.
Well, I said we keeping this team around. We don't have to keep when it was like 3rd and 26. There's no way that should have been no fucking call.
Right.
Let them get that. You supposed to have your defense settled and ready.
And another thing, that was actually a first down towards the end of the game where they did the Philly shove.
Oh yeah, they gagged us. He stretched that ball out. They gagged us.
Yes, and then when he did that, then that's when they blew the whistle.
Yep.
So that's his progress was him extending the ball. I'm saying to myself when they first just automatically said that it was the Rams ball, I said, "Nuh-uh, wait a minute. Nope, that was the first down." And
see, they always on some bullshit when it comes to the Eagles, even with the face mask. Just because the boy turned his head like that don't mean it's an automatic face mask. If you don't see it, you can't call it. You could at least say, hold on, we want to go look at it or something. But just to call a face mask when there wasn't no damn face mask.
Right.
I teach all my running backs and receivers. When you get tackled, just twist your neck the other way like a face mask. Some old NBA shit.
Yeah, that was bullshit. And I was like, oh shit, they just did that to keep them right in the game.
Yeah.
and they were just about to march down the field and score too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they tried to play us. And like you said, it almost was like a damn home game on the West Coast. Like, was there any Rams fan there?
Was out there. Like, how the hell they get all the way to LA?
Exactly. It was like there's hardly no Rams fans there.
I'd be damned if I'm gonna fly to LA just for a damn Eagles game.
Why not?
Maybe if you're going to LA for like vacation or something, but this ain't really vacation type. Well, I guess it's vacation all the time there, huh?
Yes, because it's always probably like 7 degrees in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but well, hey, look, my score. I figured that I had a feeling that it wasn't going to be a high scoring game. I had it 21-14.
Well, it could have been.
Yeah,
turnovers and bullshit in the red zone, like always. That's gonna be our fucking Achilles heel till you watch.
Right, 21-10. I had it
because that was a dumbass throw where he threw that interception in the end zone.
Yes. Well, first of all, he shouldn't have even been throwing it anyway. They should have been running the football.
Right.
And he was doing that, throw it short so he can come back behind and get it and all that. Okay, it worked once, but don't keep on going back to it. Just throw it to him regularly. Let the cornerback try to get the ball from him.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I counted that as an L. So hey, we up a game.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like we're winning off of talent. We're not really winning great play calling and great execution. It's just the talent just from fucking winning.
Right, right. So, anything you want to add else about this game?
Not really.
All right. So next week the Eagles are going against the Jets. This is a away game going against the Jets. Now, what is your thoughts on this game?
The Jets stink. They got a real good defense, but their offense is trash. Brees Hall, he's okay, but they don't really use him that much. And he is injury prone. But other than that, I think they got a good receiver too. But the quarterback, as long as you got a trash can quarterback, you're not really doing nothing.
Hmm. Okay, you say that stuff now, but you ain't
Well,
say that when
well,
they was
I
playing.
think every quarterback we played against looked like a superstar in the first though. So
Well, Matthew Stafford looked like a superstar early, but but how'd you think he looked over at the second half?
he was okay. I mean, we put pressure on him. You put pressure on any quarterback, you know what I mean? They're gonna be ramble. But he still finished with a over 90 rating. He was pretty accurate with no interceptions, 2 touchdowns. So we gotta put quarterbacks on their ass and make them run. Cause as soon as he started getting fucking shuffled in the backfield, he didn't know what to do.
Yep, yep, and that's when they start getting sacks too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So all right, y'all. Hopefully we can get Gary. Snyder was his last name. Gary Snyder, Jets fan, baseball fan. We could actually talk about baseball too because hopefully the Phillies will still be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And they always talk about our fans. Do you see them fans throwing them cans out there?
Yeah.
Why wasn't it like the big news of the day? Like if it was a Phillies game and then Phillies fans was throwing it, they'd make a big fuss about it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 'cause they always say that the Philly fans are like the worst and all that stuff. But
Right.
all them
Anything we do is highlighted on every news channels on Sports Center, but you ain't hear people about these cans coming on the field.
well, every week they've been showing World Star and wherever social media, I might as well just say, fans fighting in the stands. They fighting each other in the
Everywhere except in
stands.
Philly. Yup.
Yep. They swinging and throwing, hitting women, and then women. They got this thing. I don't know. Is the extra testosterone that these women got? Maybe because they're drunk too. I can't say that they'll jump in a man's face like they ready to rumble. But then when a man crack her upside the head, then all of a sudden she hurt her head and like trying to run away from him. I just seeing
Yep.
that. Well, all right, y'all. You can reach us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube at PNL Judgmentals. Follow us on uh YouTube also. Instagram at the two underscores judgmentals. Or you can email us at pnljudgmentals at gmail.com. And real quick, we have to give a shout out to Ava because yes, I seen the Eagles shirt that she was displaying. Thank you for keeping the generation going. All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.
On the road to victory. EA2